So as you can see, it's based on a hybrid Renko bar, in this case the Unirenko. And so the diamonds means no trade signal, and the arrows mean trade signal, a valid trade signal there, right? So as we can see, this is based on a reversal bar of the Renko, but a signal is, or I should say a reversal bar is only valid if it's below the prior swing low, right? So we can see, like, for example, this green arrow, right, and this diamond. So if we compare this diamond to the prior swing low, which is back here, right, this is higher than the prior swing low. But where these reversal bars here marked by the green arrow, we can see that they are below the prior swing low. So that's what makes them valid here. So we're going to use the swing highs lows indicator here that's packaged with BloodHound to accomplish this, building this system here. So with that, let's get things switched over. And here's our BloodHound chart. All right, so the next thing we're going to need, again, going back to this screenshot, right? Next thing we're going to need is a swing point indicator, right, to mark those. And it just so happens that we have one included with BloodHound here. So we're going to go in the Shark Indicators folder, and there is the swings, highs, and lows. And we shall put that on there. Yeah, let's see here. Let's just use, I'll just use the standard settings here. Actually, let's knock down the number of swings to 2. Yeah, there we go. All right. So there are our swing highs and swing low points. And let's see, let's mark, I think we've got enough areas marked here. So yeah, all right, so with that, we've got some reversal bars marked here that we should be expecting some signals on. So there, so now let's start building here. All right, so I already have BloodHound on my chart, so I just need to click on the empty template button. All right, so first thing we want to do is provide a file name to save our work to, right? So let's hit the change button, and I will use last week's file name and just change the date. There we go, the 20th to the 20th already. All right, and I'm going to just start working in Logic Board here. All right, so let's give this some kind of a name here. All right, so this is basically a reversal bar system at lower lows or higher highs. There we go. So some kind of a name, right? All right, so the first part is easy, right? Identifying these reversal bars on a Renko chart is really easy. That is simply a inflection point, right? So when the closing price of the bar reverses direction, right, it's inflecting. So let's just use a inflection solver here. Let's connect that in, and let's give this a name here. So we're actually going to be looking at a price inflection. Let's give that a name here. All right, then for the input, we're going to use price, and in this case, we're using the closing price. Right, so there we go. So now we have all of these reversal bars identified, right? But now we shrink this up a little bit there. All right. So now we just need to eliminate, right, some of these signals here, right? Like we don't want these short signals here. We just want to see the long signals there. All right. So, right, the process of eliminating these short signals here, right, is based on the reversal bar being on a lower low or a higher high. All right, so how do we identify when we're making a lower low? All right, well, let's go back to our screenshot here that was sent in, and let's zoom in there a little bit, right? So the way that we know that the current reversal bar made a lower low is we can compare the low of the bar to the swing indicator line. Right? So if we take this low and compare it to the swing indicator that's identifying, right, the previous swing point, then as long as the low price of the bar is below the most recent swing, then we know a lower low is made. All right, so again, when we get to this reversal bar, right, compare the low to the swing indicators, right, swing low plot, and we want to make sure that the low is below the swing low plot of the indicator. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we have some, in this really volatile day, it looks like we have some prices here at a split tick. You notice here, yeah, so just kind of pointing this out, right? So this, just to kind of point things out here, you really need to understand and know your indicator here. So I'm just looking at, yeah, interesting. So you notice how normally on these reversal bars, the wick is usually one tick below the previous bar. But here we can see the wick actually equals the previous bar. So here the wick is one tick below the previous bar, one tick below, but here we have a little anomaly. Actually, oh, even here we have an anomaly. I bet you that's probably price gapping around. Yeah, there's volume in these bars, so that's good. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of good that we actually happen to spot this, because it's going to change our logic a little bit. And let me kind of break this down here so you guys can be aware of this. Right, so here's a normal situation. Right, you can take the low of the bar and just compare it to the swing plot. Right, take the low, compare it to the swing plot like that. Right, on the same bar. Right, so we're taking the current low and comparing it to the plot of that same bar like that. But in this situation, we're actually having to take the current low and compare it to the swing indicator's plot one bar back, right? Because it doesn't exist, or I should say the plot line stops right there, right? It doesn't exist on the reversal bar, right? So we need to compare it one bar back, and just in case we get these weird anomalies like this, right? So normally you'd be comparing the low to the swing low plot on the same bar. But we're going to have to adjust this so that we're comparing the low to the swing indicator's plot one bar back, right? Just so that we can compensate for this weird little anomaly here that we got going here. Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, today's volatile price action here. There we go. So from where my cursor's at all the way to here, all these bars have the exact same timestamp. Yeah. So, yeah, that could be why these, could be why we're missing a lower tail here, a lower wick on these two reversal bars here. So, in any case, all right, so let's set up the comparison solver to compare the low of the bar to the swing indicator's swing low, and also, right, at the same time we're going to compare the high of the bar, right, to the swing indicator's swing high plot. We're going to do this comparison as well. There. All right, so let's grab a comparison solver and let's connect that in. All right, so input A is going to be the price of the bars, right? Bar prices. And so let's see here, right? So if we're expecting a long signal here, so remember I marked these, right? So we're expecting a long signal here, a long signal there. So we're using the low of the bar for reversal up bars, right? So these are all reversal up bars, and so we're comparing the low of the bar to the swing plot, right? So if we go back to our screenshot here. Now, the one thing that you guys aren't seeing is the written description that came along with the screenshot, right? So the written description says that we're looking at the low of the reversal bar, right? And making sure that it's below the prior swing low. So for a long, we're looking at the low of the reversal bar. And then for a short signal, well, it's just going to be the opposite price. Scroll this down here a little bit. There. So for a short signal, we would be using the high of the bar. So now input B, that's going to be our swing indicator here. So let's go replace this. And so let's go to shark indicators, and there's our swing highs and lows, like so. And remember, let's make some adjustments here. So we want the number of swings to be 2. Next, we need to select which plots we want to use from the swing indicator. And so the green line and the red line, that is the widest bottoms and the widest tops, right? So the hash red line, that is the widest bottoms here, right? So when we're generating a long signal, we're comparing the low to the widest bottom plot. And then when we're looking for short signals, well, yeah, we're not going to get a short signal here, but when we're doing the comparison, we're comparing the high of the bar to the widest tops. Right, to the widest tops. So that would be this plot here for a short. All right. And next thing is we need to set a displacement so that we're looking back 1 bar. So basically, NinjaTrader's displacement function is a way of looking back. Effectively, it allows us to look back 1 bar. All right. And let's see, so next we need to set our outputs correctly here. All right, so if we look at how these read, right, so this one says A greater than B. So remember, A is going to be the low price and B is going to be the swing low. So if we look here, we want the low to be less than the swing low, right? We want it to be we want the low price to be less than the swing low, right? Not greater than, but A less than. So we're going to set it like that. And then your short outputs are almost all the time going to be the opposite settings here. So we'll just reverse the short outputs like so. Okay, so now when we look at our chart, we can see, right, if the low of the bar as soon as the low of the bar goes below the swing low, we're getting a long output, which is what we want. So there's, right, so on this reversal bar, we have a long output. On this reversal bar, we have a long output. Okay. So, and let's see here. Just make sure number swing strength. And yep, all right, everything looks good. All right, so next we just need to join these two together with a AND node, right? So if we look at this, right, so right now we have our price inflection. And shrink that up a little bit. Right, so if we look at the chart, right, we're seeing all the reversal bars here, right? All the reversal bars are marked. And now, right, basically our, should give this a name here. Yeah, let's name this indicator here low or high compared to the swing low or high. And it's a comparison solver. All right, so basically this is filtering our signals here using the swing points. And so we just connect that in, and there we go. So let's scroll back here and let's do a little test. Or yeah, let's kind of look at things here. So there we go. So we have a higher high on this reversal down bar, and we have a short. And we can see here, yep, all of these reversal bars are below the prior swing low. Here, let's actually get rid of these there. There we go. Yeah, so here we go. We have a short signal, all right, and a short signal on this higher high, right, or higher than the prior swing high. There you go. All right, so this definitely, looks like a counter trend type of signal. And yeah, here we go. Here's a good little verification here. So we have a low that equals the prior low, and so no signal there. And here we go. So as price is moving higher, making new highs, we're getting short signals here on these reversal down bars. All right, well, I think that does it. And you guys can take a look at the logic here. It's pretty straightforward. So again, on our inflection solver, right, we just set the input type to price, and we're just using the close of the bar to identify the reversals. And then for our little, lower and higher filter, right, input A is going to be the low and the high of the bar, and then we're comparing it to the swing highs lows indicator.